Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, May the 8th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. This is the email address you can use if you have any questions for me. This is a link to get into our free room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. This is a subscription link, 15% instant promo discount for the promo code that is there. And I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen. I get live on the mic at 9:05, and I go to 3:30 on Mondays to Thursdays, or from Mondays to Thursdays, and 3 o'clock on Fridays. Anyway, so if you got into the room today and you've been been in the room before, you notice I have a new layout. I actually was asked to create a new layout that is a little more simple in scope. We get a lot of new people in, for people who know how to trade or been trading for a while. It probably doesn't make any difference to them. But for new traders coming into the room, I know I had a lot of windows up there, a lot of little thumbnail charts. It might have been a little confusing, so I was asked to, by Trade Ideas, which is fine, to modify my windows so that maybe they're a little easier to look at, and maybe fitting more on the screen. So anyway, it's a bit of a work in progress. I haven't solidified the layout yet. But anyway, if you were new into the room today, that's what you would have seen. And if you've been in the last little while, you would have noticed a change. All right, well, let's take a look at what happened with me today. Now, because of the new layout, traders are creatures of habit. So, of course, I was looking around trying to find, where my windows that were normally in the places that I was used to them being, they weren't there. So anyway, I took it a little bit easier today. Tomorrow should be probably more back to normal. Did take this one, though, a ENDP, another earnings play. Came from the I think it came from the options play early, and also I'd set a price alert. Take a look at the daily. Not that this worked out fantastically. It worked out well because it was a very quick trade. So I looked at this daily chart, and I thought, okay, if it can break through 615, you see right there, 615, you see these little highs right there, all in the same area. So I had set, it's a race now, but I had set a price alert at 615. And I ended up taking the trade right, actually it says 616, but I took the trade at 617. So let me, and it was an earnings play. Get back to the 15-minute chart. So I took the trade right there, and look what it did, almost boom. I mean, it just on that, remember, this is 15 minutes, so it just accelerated high. I was really hoping it might continue. On the way up, I took some out at 631. And unfortunately, it started coming down, and I got out of the trade at 621, and then look what it did. So it really had no follow through. The SPY was a, not that this really should be affected by the SPY. It's an earnings play, but the SPY today, I'll just show you. Definitely all over the place. Everybody, of course, is waiting to see what Trump says about the Iran deal. Is it going to happen, or is it not going to happen? So markets are a little bit on edge, especially the oil sector, energy sector. But not that this one really should have been affected by that. But anyway, that's what happened on that trade. I did take a trade on VRX. I took a 10-cent loss on that. I'll just show you the chart. It looked pretty good. Another earnings play. Just a second, please. Another earnings play. Let's see. Oh, I lost my chart. Just a second. Got to get my chart back. So see what happened. Here's the pre-market. Look at the earnings that we had. I'm just going to put this on pause just for 1 second. I'm watching the STRL that I'm in right now. Okay, I took this just before I started the video, so I just want to do a couple of things on my brokerage platform. So just bear with me. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I've got everything set up now. So anyway, I'm in this one. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it drives me nuts, when you have another program and you click on it, my charts disappear. Well, they don't disappear. Well, they disappear. I know where they are, but I've just got to load it again. Okay, so I'm in this one. Is another earnings play. Was it from the options play also? And so I'm in this one right here at 13. 13.16, I believe. Yeah, 13.16. Put the mark up there. So it, it hasn't moved too much from there. Let me just look at the daily chart. I'll see why I took it. Yeah, so you can see on the daily chart that it has some room up to this area here, so it's kind of a scalping situation, 13.47. So maybe, if I get 30 cents, 25, 30 cents out of it on a $13 stock, I will consider that a bit of a win. So anyway, we'll see what happens. So let me just get back to the 15-minute time frame. Okay. And what else? Oh, CWH. CWH was CWH was a little bit of a frustrating one for me. A little bit whippy. I took this short at 22.90 all the way down here. Now, some people ask me, well, why is, and this came on the options plays, and some people, well, why so late? Well, I could relax the filters on the options play so I would see it earlier. But the problem is, I'm looking right now, I've got a minimum of 150%. So, the options play, what it's looking for, just looking for abnormal option activity. And so, I mean, if a stock normally trades, and I don't care, just the combination of puts and calls, say 500 contracts for the day, and today it's trading 1,000, in other words, twice as much, I want to know about it. So that's what we're calling our abnormal options plays. Sometimes at the beginning of the day, that threshold hasn't been hit yet, and it only got hit, it's at a certain down here probably. So anyway, I took the trade 22.90. 22.90. This is a short. And again, I know what you're going to say, Barry. Why didn't you get it here? Well, again, if I relax the filters, I may get this one, but I may introduce a whole bunch of other ones that I don't want to see. All right. So yes, it always looks, in retrospect, it would have been great to have seen this one here. I get it. This one could, but this one could have kept going down. Now, it did. It actually did. In fact, I think I took the trade. I can't remember. I took the trade right here at 22.90 on the short. It went down to 20. I covered some at 22.70, and then on the way up back 22.80, and then look what it did. It got all the way down to 22.15, and it was just a little. You don't really see this as much on this 15. Let me just switch to a 5, but it was just a little. Yeah, see, it was just a little too, until this happened, it was just a little too whippy, down, up, and then a base, and then finally it moved down. So, I just had to obey my stop, and, I guess had I waited about 5 minutes, this would have happened. But also, this could have happened. It could have just popped up. So, I can't really cry about it. The only one I will cry about is Kohu. And I was trying to short this one, again, from the options play. I was trying to short this here. Basically stopped, I think, at 20.81. I was trying to short it from over 20.95 all the way down to 20.81. This was the uptick rule. And so even though I was going in at the bid, and there was action at the ask, I still could not get a fill. At one point, I even went 2 cents below the bid. I still did not get a fill. And man, look what it did. It got all the way down to 2018. This candle, that was a very, very quick candle. But anyway, it just happens. You can't, nothing you can do about it, and just have to move on. So that is about it. So hopefully tomorrow, everything will be reasonably back to normal. I'm still kind of going to rearrange probably some of the windows that you see today on the shared screen. Probably like my charts more on top, but anyway, I'll fix that. Hopefully I'll have that fixed, and that'll be it. So let me just bring back the capture program. So if you have any questions for me, you can email me right here. A link for the free trading room, a link for a subscription, 15% off promo code there. I'll open the room tomorrow at around 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So I'm going to start to share my screen, get live on the mic at 9:05. So hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.